Hi everyone. Sorry for being a little late. My cat's giving me a lot of issues. But we're here now. Just trying to chill out. You can't rub on that. It's a microphone. You can't. Anyways, we are returning to Stormblood main story quests. Very excited. And we're just gonna try and have a good rest of the day. I've been watching a lot of Criminal Minds today. I'm actually at a really big cliffhanger, I guess. Hard to adjust the lighting when the background changes. I don't know why it lights up my face so much. I guess I'm too close to the monitor. Whatever. But anyways, I'm at a really big cliffhanger on that show. Well, that was nice. Did you see that? Normally when we load into the game, we're staring at the ground for a few minutes. So... maybe those are some good tidings for how the game is gonna perform today. We can only hope. I did do a little bit of... I'm not so sure I'd call it troubleshooting, but I did have a bunch of streams taking up space on my computer that I hadn't uploaded to YouTube yet, because I do that just to kind of get them out of the way, and so when they expire on Twitch, I still have them somewhere. Anyways, so I uploaded, I haven't published all of them yet, but I uploaded them all to my YouTube channel, and because my computer was getting pretty low on space, which couldn't have been helping, I imagine, and I had my like frame rate limit or whatever on this game set to none, and I set it to 60, so we'll see. Last time I don't actually think it was game issues though, because when I went upstairs after my stream, my sister said that she was having internet issues too, and she actually thought it was working, so she was worried about it completely going out when I was streaming. So luckily that didn't happen. We were just gonna go ahead and teleport to where we need to be for the quest. I am excited to see where we're going in this. I don't know. In my Instagram post that I did before I started streaming, I mentioned that I have no idea how much we have left in the story. I know we're almost 70, but I don't know what level the quests we're getting are right now. I can't see my keyboard, so I can't tell you, but maybe Simba can tell you. No, we can't because we haven't accepted it yet. Anyway, we'll pick that up and see what level it is. That should give us an indication of where we're at in the story. Oh my gosh, Thancred! Maybe he'll cheer me up after all. There you are! You've heard the news? In broad strokes from Admiral... sorry. Blow of Fizwin? What happened? Kryle and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Shola and several other wounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment when they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arnvald and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos. I will make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Do not be so hard on yourself. You protected Y'shtola and the others. Did you not? Tell us about the attack. I hope my reading is okay today. Might be kind of off just because of how I'm feeling, but try my best, you know. It was the skulls. They knew a path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of their leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field, I guess. I'm not as strong in the echo as Mechanics is, of course. Half the time, it's enough to knock me on my ass. Like I've taken a dose of concentrated ether. So you walked in Fordola's memories. What did you see? A woman promised the world. Education, training, citizenship, all that and more if she but sold her soul. A traitor to her people, a pretender to her masters. It was Xenos himself that gave the order, told her to return with Kryle Baldistian? I don't remember how you say your name, sorry. Alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communications since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Kryle and her current whereabouts. If their orders were to bring Kryle back alive, we can save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence. Which is why I intend to slip past my enemy lines and see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it's up to you and our allies to command the Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted and I will find her. Very well. I wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the castrum as we speak for a meeting with General Alden. You hurry, you could find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I think Mechanics and I are going to go and see Conrad like he suggested. You all wait here. Sounds like a plan to me. Just try and press my buttons. Okay, where are we going? Not too far. We didn't get our flying here yet, did we? No. That's okay. 'Tis not far. No, not a big deal. Been a while since we've been here with all of these people. Well, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? It fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and healthy. Welcome home, Lise Mechanics. I'm sure you've heard about Kryle by now. Sorry if that's... I really don't remember how her name is said. It's been a while. Maybe they'll have a cutscene where they'll show me. That's why we're here. I'm still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I've no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass. And that's good news for Kryle. I'd like to think so, but enough about me. How is everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, and no mistake. Arnvald's been a godsend. Him and Nago? And all the other young bloods have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames. The Flames is Alamegan Brigade. We've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps through Garabanya, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Ul'dah and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. Though we've come a long way, we still have far to go. But we'll fight for every ilm, and sooner or later we'll get to Alamigo. But listen to me prattling on about when we should be making haste to Castrum Orans. There's no point you telling me everything now when you only have to say it all again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right. I'll go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, the bit of Criminal Minds that I was watching today, I thought I was going to get past the whole cliffhanger thing that I was expecting to happen. Because I've seen like the last half of the show or something like that. But I missed most of the beginning, so now I'm going back and watching the first half, I guess. But I'm at quite a cliffhanger right now, so. You've spoken with Thancred then? Good. Take heart, if anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you're ready to address Father and the others, let us be about it. It's been a while since we saw all of them. Raban! There you are, and there is Commander Kemp, I see. I'll see him. I know you were eager to speak of our next move, but we would first hear more of your last. Tell us of your deeds in Doma. That we will, I'm sure. Oh, is this voiced?
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Eventful is definitely a word for it. Not sure it's the word I'd use.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Crazy, right?
Bloody hell. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
It really has been a long time since we saw all of them.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Alamigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
That was like really, really early Stormblood, wasn't it?
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Kryl.
I kind of forgot about some of them. Not them, obviously, not like Robon, but...
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Alamegan liberation begins now.
It really has been quite a while since we talked to any of them.
Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valadina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks.
You're just...
I name this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once
Solid.
sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
We're just freeing nations of people left and right, aren't we? Good for us, I guess. And the people, more so. We have definitely been very busy. The success of this operation is paramount. So long as the Empire holds Castellum Balladonia, the main host cannot advance. Xenos knows this, and which is why he ordered Cordola and her men to see to the bridge's defense. So we'll get to fight the skulls again. The Butcher is not to be underestimated. She's decisive, ruthless, and feared by foes and friends alike. But we have a plan to defeat her. Cool. First, we send an alliance force down the main road, signaling our intention to mount an all-out assault. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find that we are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break ranks and flee. I see. Show them your backs and give them a target too tempting not to pursue. Aye. Fordola is too aggressive not to press the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. We lure them as far as East End, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of the garrison occupied, leaving us to tackle the bridge's remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure. But what are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken the place? I don't need you to take Valadina. Sorry, hopefully I'll have that in a cutscene or something. Commander Kemp, all I need is for you to fly your flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing that the bridge has fallen? Aye. We've convinced them Valadina is lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watch them go running for the hills. Then, when the dust has settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? It's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. Nice. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Mechanics, Lise, Arnvald, I ask that you accompany Commander Kemp. Alice and I will remain with the Flame General. We will return to Ralger's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, we will join you in the field. Godspeed. Sounds like a plan to me. Okay, where are we headed? That's not far. I guess we'll just walk. haven't really... Obviously I don't play the story when I'm not streaming, but I haven't really got on the game at all since I streamed Monday. I have been playing more Nier on my PS4, which has been fun. Really fun, actually. I think the variety is nice sometimes. I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn as well, but sorry, I just somehow managed to drop my mouse on the desk. In case you haven't noticed, the flag flying above Veladine... Yeah, I really don't know how that's pronounced, and it's tripping me up every time. Bloody massive. It'd take a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides. But there's no need for all that, right, Minago? Not so long as I have my griffin and a satchel of glamour prisms, no. Interesting. I didn't know glamour prisms worked like that. Like, I didn't know they had like a use besides just like outfits. Arnvald, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link pearls. Least, I want you to look in on the squadrons, make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear? Aye, sir. All forces are to depart for Castellum Corvi when ready. That will be all. Muconics, stay with me for a moment, if you would. I really haven't been to this area since, like, February, when I started Stormblood. Obviously, I took a big break in between that. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell that it weighs on their hearts. There have been a lot of new faces since last you were here, so it's best if I just tell you where to look. One's an officer you'll find in the barber. Another's an older fellow who likes to pass the time on the shore of Starfall. The last is a fiery young lad from Little Alamigo, who I'm told trains by himself in the river to the fringes. You'll know them when you see them, because they'll be marked with a quest marker, I imagine. Come and find me when you finished. Nice, this is the first time I've been able to have my hand on the keyboard since I started streaming. It's definitely helpful when it comes to navigating and everything else. Wait, I know you. Lieutenant Joe Dovra. I never have to say my character's, like, last name. Even though it doesn't go with her character anymore since I Fantasia'd long ago. Of the Twin Adder, it is an honor to meet you. I was living hand to mouth in Ul'dah, but decided to enlist in the flames after I heard tales of your daring do. And now, as fate would have it, I've been sent here to join in the fight for my homeland's liberation. But this is no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Lieutenant. We'll give those Imperial Horsons what for. Okay. Whatever you say, man. I actually had the mount music turned off for a really long time, just because back when I like just had my chocobo, I think, I really wanted to hear all the music for the different environments and such. So I've had it off for a while, so there's some I didn't even know the music for. I turned them back on recently, just to see. I say, if it isn't the lass who helped me find the ward I misplaced. But there I go again, treating you as an equal. It wasn't till after you'd gone that one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was only the bleeding hero of Eorzea who had taken time out of her busy day to help me. Well, what is done is done, but I know that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this coming battle, in the next and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favor. Very well. I know this is out of my way, but I came over here just because I had to say I really love them. They are just one of the coolest things I've seen. They're so tall. I just love them. Anyway. Oh, they had the little, I don't know if the Butterfinger promotion is over, but the only thing that stopped me from getting it is I really don't like Butterfingers that much. The candy, you know, just not a big fan. Euconics, am I right? I doubt if you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in Little Alamigo, you did. Did I? Wilward and the rest of us had gotten into our heads. If we had enough crystals, we could summon Ralgar like the Amalda summoned their god. Thankfully, put a stop to it. Ever hear about what happened to Wildred? He joined the Braves when they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead, after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right. And maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, eh? Not that I'm in any hurry, mind. And that guy must have clicked through the dialogue very quickly. Antelope and... I remember when I got here, I was so excited to finally be getting back to the actual story in this game, that I was just flying through here. I was just like bouncing back and forth between this place and just playing like all day. You've had a word with the men I've mentioned, then? Yep, sure have. As I'm sure you've noticed, they have another thing in common aside from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another. But that's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Garabanya his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Alamigo in search of a new life, who swore to serve another nation, only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil, who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with our cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons. Yet all belong to the resistance. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse. And while there is good in that, there's also the potential for strife and discord. It'd take a special sort to lead such men to Alamigo, don't you think? Say something nice. I feel like everybody gives me a lot of credit for, I mean, like, you know, it makes sense in some ways, but I could not do all the planning and everything on my own, you know? Or any of it, really. For now, but not forever. And to be frank, I don't always know what to say to the ones who left, not to mention the youths. Nay, the resistance needs a leader with a wider view. Someone who's not lived their whole life in Garabanya, who's known death and hardship, but not been ground down by them. As you may have guessed, I've been thinking of asking Lise. But it'll be her decision in the end. I trust I needn't say that this conversation is just between you and me. Sure, I guess. Good girl. Right then, we'd best head to Castellum Corvi. Or what remains of it, rather. Well, I was also tired of the lighting in places, making my character look like it's like really like harsh, weird shadows on her. I turned up the character lighting on her in the settings. I think it does a pretty good job of what I wanted to accomplish, you know? Is this somewhere we've been there? I guess we'll go there and travel from there. I guess we're only on level 67 quests. I guess we probably have a ways to continue for Stormblood, which is fine. I know I have plenty of patch quests anyway, so it's not like I'm trying to rush myself to Shadowbringers. I'm just excited. Man, if I wasn't trying to prioritize story quests, I miss flying so much. And I don't have flying in any of the zones that we're questing in right now. It's just tragic, honestly. No, obviously it's not, but geez. But I do miss it. Another level or two and you won't mess with me. Better watch out. I remember, I think, having some trouble navigating this area when I first got here. It definitely is somewhere that would benefit from having flying unlocked. That's for sure. But isn't that the whole point? Because it motivates you to unlock flying. Gross. Bugs, no thanks. Disgusting. Oh man. Not one of these. Oh boy. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out until Monago sees the flag. Sees to the flag. Got your gear in order? Any moment now. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I do.
It's begun then.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Get used to
it. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we?
We just need to make it the rest of the way. Right.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Minago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
Alright. Here's to hoping this goes well. Yes.
Here it comes!
Who's attacking me that I don't see? Oh, it's him. Well, nice to meet you. I'm you, and you're dead. Ah. So funny. I hope this isn't one of those, like, oh, better, you know, defeat everybody before this person dies, because they always end up dying. That's very pessimistic of me. I don't know why I'm so pessimistic. That work? I didn't know that worked. Maybe it's just in these instances mostly that it works, but that's cool. I did not know that I could make her my dance partner. Do you not think they'd have things like cannons?
Take this!
Ooh. We're almost out of that, but not quite. Ooh. 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 We didn't bring any healers with us, did we not? Oh, I need to get these. I imagine that's the problem. Shit. Ah. Ah. I'm not really sure the order in which I should be taking these things out, but it's fine. Probably this thing needs to go. Oh, okay. Okay, we got through that much so far. That's good. Oh, here she is. Dumb bitch. She is so dead. Think you're clever with all your little tricks? Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. Whatever she says. She's not leaving here alive. What kind of name is that? Oh, you ready to fight me, huh? Where'd that come from? Oh, she pushed me. Sorry, I'm kind of dancing around because I have been playing Nier and I'm used to like actually like jumping around and like dodging shit. That's my mistake. Okay, I definitely need to take these out like right quick. Okay, good. Right quick. Quick as ever. How's that? I'd call it pretty shit aim, actually. Oh, but I guess that attack she does could push me into it at some point. I'll just have to make sure I'm positioned for that to not happen. Which I might be. Oh, I can't tell. Hope so. Not quite. But I did get the I did get the idea. I just executed it poorly.
Meet my new friend.
I don't know what those are, but I will definitely avoid them. Ah, it's more of those.
I'll cut you to pieces.
Will ya? Ooh. What happened there? My goodness. Oh shit! They changed their pattern! Ah! Jeez. Jeez. Oh my goodness. That was so close. That was so close, that almost didn't go good. It did. Yay. Squeak, squeak. This is actually one of the only things my cat responds to as like a no I found recently. Bought it a while ago, but yeah, if I squeak it, he just runs away, so.
God damn you. No more running, no more hiding. Let's finish this.
Tell her, yeah.
Look, the flag.
And really high up, oh my goodness.
The bridge is ours! Al amigo! Al amigo! Al amigo! Yeah!
Yeah.
Stand your ground! It's not over yet!
It's not over yet.
Damn it!
She would disappear.
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
Get up. Simba, no. No. No, you can't stick your head under the cord.
Philodina is fallen? Impossible.
Philodina.
We have them on the run!
Wait, that's what he just said.
Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back! Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
He's so
No,
stubborn.
But if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters, for all the good it did us. Skulls with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake. I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
That's true. It's a shame Fordola got away. But we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're going to take it all back. No, we're going to take it back, all of it. One ilm at a time if we have to. Well, I'm glad that went well. Fortunes of war. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellum. We'll need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Alden at Bittermill. Simba, I need you to move. I really need you to— oh, you're biting my hand. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I need you to move. Goodness. Come here. I need you to move. Right there. Okay, well, he's in my light, but at least maybe we'll get the keyboard this time. I don't know which part of sitting on the desk is so important to him, but I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. Simba, no. No. If you want to sit on the desk, you're going to sit where I tell you to sit. Come here. No, sit on this side or don't sit on the desk. Oh, what's wrong with this side? This side's nice. Got plenty of room. I don't know if you could hear that in the microphone, but that was literally the most pitiful little sound I've heard. Just because I wanted him to sit on a different side of the desk. Let's go ahead and dance first. Because that makes lots more sense. Okay. Yeah, Nier has been super fun. I was talking the last time I streamed Monday. I guess, and I was talking about how I've actually started the game. I think this is maybe at least the 4th time. Nothing to do with the game, but I just like kept starting it on different consoles and then not having those consoles anymore. And now I'm finally farther than I was at any other point, so everything is new to me now, which is really cool. I'm excited to keep playing it. Well met. All's well at the bridge. Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. I've been left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Volodina. Even when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. Delight not overmuch in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. Alright, let's go talk to Conrad. What are we gonna take? I think we'll take my turtle. It's really hard for me to save up MGP because as soon as I have enough that I can buy something nice, I automatically want to spend it. Like when I had enough to get him, I was like, oh, I have enough for a fancy mount. And then I just got him, and I like him, but I kind of wish I had saved a little more. But don't tell him I said that. No, Simba, you're gonna sit on the side. Back so soon? I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. The gods are good. There will be no one left to fight. If the microphone? Hello? Okay. I couldn't see my microphone thing moving, so I wasn't sure anything was being picked up, but it seems to be fixed after a few seconds. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Tarupin reports that their sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? I extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Villadenia is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where's Nago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the tribe where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Villadenia had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. She's good. So I pray you are right. It would be best if Nago were not left alone should she encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is all right. If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just to let the guard know when you wish to cross. Greetings, Scion. Do you wish to pass? Indeed, I guess so. Okay, that's not very far. And we have a new Aetheryte to attune to, which is always fun. Gazelle. The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. That's good because I was about to try and find it on my own. And obviously I was not going to know where to go. A tunnel. Okay, yeah, that was the right way. Cool. I had no idea. Okay, she's safe, which is good. I was a little bit worried from how they were talking about it. Or at least she's safe right now.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
It's very hidden, that's for sure.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Enanta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana. The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe, the strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire and were content to remain within their borders.
Boo.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago.
No. Your side. No, 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 head in the ring light. Demon. Where? You can't bite my monitor.
But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge.
Oh my god, get your whiskers out of the webcam, you freak.
A hostage, this butcher.
No, your side. Don't bite me.
It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Don't bite me.
She is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fedola knew for sure was that the resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
Okay, sorry, I turned off my microphone so that that squeak toy was not just crazy loud.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness. That is a very unexpected level of sad.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
Me, I guess.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
I forgot we would have another trial. Oh, on a cute cloud. Thank you so much for following. I hope you're having a great day. We are just continuing some Stormblood main story quests in Final Fantasy XIV. And I hope you're having a great day. I don't know if you play Final Fantasy XIV or if you just happened by, but it's really cool and we're having a lot of fun. Thanks for the insta follow. Good luck with your streaming. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. I think you have actually gotten us halfway to our 50 follow goal on the way to affiliate, so thank you very much. Do you stream? Because I would definitely follow you, but I don't know if you do or if you just enjoy watching, but let me know. Ahem. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I've been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may be a delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep to the forest with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her into this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north you will find our village. Arisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Nago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Yeah, our level right now is a little bit higher than our quests. I think we're on 68. Level 68 quests still. 67, my bad. And we are a little more than halfway through level 69. Auroros, thank you so much for following. I hope you're having a great day. We are continuing more Stormblood main story quests. I hope you're having a really great day. I appreciate it very much. Do you also play Final Fantasy XIV, or did you just happen here by chance? I am lost. I just figured out. Okay, we got to venture somewhere new. Wait, did we attune? I don't think we did. Awesome. I am, obviously very... Oh, we did attune. I'm obviously very behind in the story. But I'm hoping to be caught up all the way through Shadowbringers because Endwalker comes out the month of my birthday. So it'll be a little present for me. So that's kind of my goal here, I guess. I play some other games too, but this is kind of my main... I mean, on stream, obviously I play more games. But right now this is kind of what I've been streaming mostly because I've been very into it. And we pick up an ether current. Very nice. have not been here yet, and it is so pretty. I was actually going to say earlier that I thought because they were such a humanoid race that they wouldn't be a beast tribe, but I was going to say if they were a beast tribe, I bet they'd have really cool rewards and just like cool stuff that you can get. And I'm now thinking because of that, because I saw their little icon there, that I think they are, and I just hadn't got here yet. In which case, I'm glad I didn't say that because I would have been wrong. The story in this game is so amazing. It really is. I'm really excited. I know the quality only goes up from wherever you are, so I'm excited. I'm really excited for Shadowbringers and Walker eventually. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Vera. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them. But we would first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, and one which I shall gladly oblige. I don't have a pop filter on my microphone, and I know S sounds can sound very annoying, so I'm not gonna pronounce the emphasized S sounds, just for the sake of the sound. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. It was the Kailana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection, which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the Aether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal's motives will have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely, that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kailana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vera. This is true. The Vera and the Kailana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. For the Vera, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will, and so we stand with the resistance against the Empire and give our lives for the cause. To the Kailana, she embodies transcendental beauty. They strive to create through their craft, to shape. Crystal is less art and more ritual, a sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kailana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself and they summoned a primal, a fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands, nothing will change. The Ananta will. Kailana bade the Vera pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of the primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kailana. Will you help them to see reason? Why would I say the last one? That would be so rude. Then we shall, for without you we may be powerless to stop them. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Vajra will guide you to the Dejanan Khat, and I shall pray for your success. will be on our way. Oh, no, right here. Well met, Scions. I'm Vajra, he who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. I don't want to mess up my glamour right now. You are ready? You look ready. Dejana and Kot. Here you find the Kailana's crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. Man. I did not think a trial was in the cards today. Where did she? It's a cool fight. That's good. I get kind of nervous with trials, and I've just been kind of having a like really spacey day, so just hope it goes okay. Dejana and Kot. The path leads to an entrance above. Within is an aetherite. You must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. I think this is the right way. No, wrong way. Wrong way, wrong way. Or wrong way, goodness. Okay, I'm thinking I made a mistake in the way I went. I don't know. Within. Okay, I think this set me on the right path. I was just a little lost. I somehow missed that entirely, but it's fine.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She is silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Definitely looks like the setting for a very cool fight.
For what they are. Alize, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well.
Really sad, honestly.
But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens. misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you again.
Okay, I was just skimming through a guide to make sure that I'm not missing out on any, or not surprised by any mechanics. I play on Primal 2, Hyperion is my homeworld. Nice! Feel free to send me a friend request if you want. I'm always looking for new friends on here. I moved to Primal in February. I had a group of friends I was going to play with on here. I used to be on Crystal. I think I was on Diablos for a long time. But I'm here now. And it's funny because I happened to move here for that reason. But now most, if not all, of the Final Fantasy streamers that I watch are on at least Primal, if not my same server, which is really cool. Thank you. Welcome to Primal. I think it's really nice. I've enjoyed it quite a lot so far. I know. It was stupid and foolish, but I had to try Muconics. I had to try and I failed. You have to fight. There's no other way. It means a lot to hear you say that. It does. But it doesn't make it any easier to have to ask you to face that thing. We can but do that which is within our power. Lise, Alphino, and I will go and seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting for you. There we go. I got your friend request, and now I guess we are going to queue up for this bad boy. I suppose. Very cool. Well, I guess I could ask you, if you're playing right now, did you want to join the trial by any chance, or are you just hanging out? I just figured I'd ask before I queue. Totally fine either way. Here, I can help if you like. Sure. I totally love streaming trials for the first time because if I mess up, it's broadcast to everyone. But I did at least watch a video of, you know, like the guides everyone watches. I think they're the MTQ capture ones, the Miztec ones. So I at least have seen most of the mechanics in action. So. That was really quick. That was crazy quick. Don't worry about messing up at all. I'm always very worried about messing up. I appreciate the sentiment, but I will never stop worrying. Even like playing GPS and like, oh, tank, awesome, yeah. Even playing everything as DPS and like playing like just like a random dungeon, I watch a guide like 4 times just because I'm so afraid to like piss people off by messing up or anything. It's ridiculous. So very pretty. Oh shit, I need a dance partner. Ooh. My computer's having trouble. That's good. That's what you want.
Open your hearts to me.
Oh geez, what's happening? Oh, or look away. Oh my god, oops. Oh my god. That's probably one of the funniest race things I've ever seen.
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
Wow, this really reminds me of the Guardian fairies? Like super a bunch from Breath of the Wild. Like a ton. Really pretty though. Yeah, I'm just always afraid that I kill myself all the time in runs on accident. I'm always just afraid that people are taking it like so seriously and they're gonna be so pissed. I just get really overwhelmed and like can't focus on anything. Ooh. I thought I was scooted enough I wouldn't fall off.
Surrender to bliss.
Need to use the bubble thingy. Was it the Vril thing that it says? Did I not click on that? I thought I just had to be not too close to the edge. Sorry. My bad. Oh, okay. I didn't understand that you had to stand in it to gather it. Thank you. I didn't understand what you meant at first. I thought it just kind of popped up. I didn't understand that you had to be in the bubbles.
you from your hate.
I will definitely understand that now, though. Oh, shit. Stack. Okay. Need to stand in a bubble. Yay! Yay, we did it that time! Fantastic. Quiet, Simba. Let me do this. Let me do this, Simba.
Your souls are stained.
Quiet, Simba. Simba, no! Simba, move! Move, Simba. Son of a bitch. Move, Simba. He picked a great time to jump into the screen, didn't he?
Darkness holds no sun.
Well, we didn't wipe, so I'm gonna consider that a win. For the first time there, I guess it didn't go that bad. Yeah, I guess the first time that Vril, was it? I think the first time that popped up, I must have just been lucky and standing in one of the orbs, so I thought it just kind of popped up upon when it needed to be used. But I know now, so.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help. So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
Oh, you start with one, that makes sense. Oh, no, you're good.
Slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Sometimes the best way to learn is by example, I guess. So once it killed me a few times, I figured it out. The last part was so tricky because I had to drag that thing to the side to not hit everybody else, but then I couldn't get the Vril, and then I just got knocked off the platform, so. Yeah, I did the last 2 dungeons without knowing any of the mechanics, and it was actually really fun. But I was worried that that was going to be difficult, and I'm glad I at least knew some of it, because I wouldn't have known that there was anything that I was in danger of being knocked off from, so I would have probably died even more times if I hadn't known that. it is definitely fun to go into it not knowing the first time. I wish I had done that more throughout the game, instead of trying to be over-prepared.
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel, don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
Everything about both of their tribes, I don't know if there's more than the two, but their outfits, their hair, their tails, they're just so pretty.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
That was a really, really pretty fight though. Really cool. It got really tricky at the end though, since all of the mechanics kind of overlapped. I think that's fun though, when you have to like put all your knowledge to the test. I like how in the story you're not trying to wipe them out, you're just trying to coexist. I find that really nice. I feel like the protagonists in the story are like unusually like not self-centered.
Beaten by beastmen, I hear.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of like story like protagonists or like the group that the protagonists are working with are usually just trying to like do whatever's good for them, but they're like really trying to work for the good of like everybody who is also working for, you know, the good, obviously not like the Imperials and such, but I think that's really cool. Well,
it was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
Oh damn. She's gonna go off on them.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Yeah. How does this game make me manage to almost feel bad for everyone? Like, Yotsuyu? Man.
Adola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Good writing, that's why. Definitely. I can't imagine how bad I'm gonna feel for everyone in Shadowbringers.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
And I had to take care of that, by the way, not her. Just pointing that out, even though they can't hear me. I just felt like it was a worthy point.
My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
Eyeballs. Damn.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
I think my cat has the zoomies right now, so fair warning. I think he heard me say that, but he might bounce up on the desk.
Very well.
Got a sick case of the zoomies.
Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Oh boy. Forgot to mention how nervous I get anytime the game says meanwhile in like somewhere else. It always seems like it's not a good sign. It usually isn't. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. It could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind. We'll deal with that when the time comes. Nice, new earrings. That's your new quest. Your current. Nice. You have done us a great service on this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word to them of Sri Lakshmi's past. Come, friends. Veera Neelya. Sure. How many seats did it say that mount had? 8? Goodness. I saw it on Mog Station. I saw it was on sale. I didn't know if it was new. I imagined it was. I don't know. I don't buy cosmetic stuff too often. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, I remember that. Very cool. Well, it looks awesome. Definitely a lot more seats than most of them have. That's really cool. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kailana sisters in her thrall. For this, we thank you. Mechanics did the deed. We were but witness to her heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. If they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sisters' plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path, so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together, Alamegans and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Vera. On that you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Alright. Where do we go? Oh, not too far. Okay. An attempt was made. That would be something good. Thank you. Yet. Yeah, that would be cool. It is strange. I don't see a lot of mounts where you can't actually see anybody on it, which is strange. But I guess you get the benefit of more seats, so that would be a good investment for when I am not streaming, to go around and get my Aether Currents so that I can actually fly a little quicker. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Tarpin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. Ah, but I should probably start at the beginning. I love when they go into that emote instead of just, like when they're telling like a really long story. They're obviously not going to make you sit through what you just did. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You saved a lot of lives, Mechanics. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kailana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future. and ambient aether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters, then. What news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither a hide nor hair of them since Veladania. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it's time to advance east. Finally! He was also most empathetic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Nago. You've been away from your family too long, don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of the Villadenia. Oot. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Cute. You, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, come, eat your fill of our food and drink deep of our spirits. There's more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. I don't know if it was a coincidence, but that cutscene, I think it was just a coincidence, but the cutscene used my, like, default sit animation that I have chosen. Or pose, I guess. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. Oh man, here she goes again. How my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was so little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other. That was enough for me. They wouldn't even let us have that. Theodoric, Gaius, and of course, Father and Ida had to fight. I would have too if I'd been older. They didn't have to die. Never ends, does it? They call us beasts, and they treat us like them. They push until someone pushes back, until someone takes up arms or summons a god. False god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? Oh man. What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak? When people fight and die and nothing gets better, and it just goes on and on and on. You'd have to ask them. I don't think the gods listen to people like me. Need her to have such a sad response. I was trying to be kind of funny. Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Talking helps, my girl. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Life goes on and you just gotta go with it. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Meconics. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Nice. We're getting pretty close to level 70. It's very exciting. I trust you are well rested and refreshed, yes? Then let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, but I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we will need only to identify ourselves to the soldiers in order to pass. Oh, okie dokie. Oh, we're going somewhere we have not been yet. How exciting. How very, very cool. How very, very cool. Well, that would certainly kill us. So let's pick another path to go down. Or I'll just follow that person who seemed to fall just fine. Yeah, I'm really excited. I would see like people at level 70 and I'd be like, oh sure, I'm never gonna have the discipline to get a character there. But it's really exciting. All should leave you with 1 HP. I don't know if I did something wrong. I think I might have not had my health fully recovered yet. And I fell off of something just like completely just like splat. Died. But I think that was my fault. I think my health wasn't full at the time. I guess I just kind of have this internalized worry that it'll happen again. Which is dumb. Scions, a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Algiri and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operation in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, eh? I'll give a shout. If you're hurt, yeah, it'll kill you then. Yeah, when that happened, I wasn't paying attention. And I was like, oh my god, there are some falls that'll kill you. That's crazy. So ever since then, I've been like gauging, like, is this one gonna kill me? Or is this one gonna be fine? Which is so goofy.
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches, hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatoris where they did. See those 3 towers to the east? That's her. It's right on the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial installation. You see now why Villadina was so important, right? Oh, right then. Come along, they're waiting for us in Aligiri. Terra. Man. What's happening to them? Who thought they'd be performing in the peaks? Terra. Haha. Plenty of relatively new enemies, so that's cool. Ugh. There they are. I'm actually going to attune first before I pick up that quest because I have a habit of forgetting. Neat. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Hi. How are you doing? Greetings, General. I see you've been quite busy in our absence. Literally, how long was that? Less than you may imagine. The Imperials flooded our coming and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We are about to discuss our strategy to seize the Specula Imperators. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you are ready. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. Then attend the meeting we shall. Oh, we've got a different table here. Nice. I like how the setup is quite different, but still similar. But everyone, then let us begin. Aligiri is ours, and for a mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is through the east, through Specula Imperatoris and Castrum Abania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with an unparalleled range and destructive power, which means that we will need to strike Specula Imperatoris quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. Then we have no choice but to accept what we've been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I've no doubt that Xenos has had something planned. But we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault, then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperators. During this time, I would hold the Scions in reserve at Alighieri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute, we should be fighting with you and the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Muconix after what she's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. She's got a good point. If she wants to fight, let her fight. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen regardless, you know? Thanks, I knew you would understand. Mayhap it would be best if I accompanied you. At least I can stay with Muconix. Oh, go if you must. 2 of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility. I'm sure if they made her stay out of the fight, she'd still show up. Yeah, I mean, I think the dialogue choices are cute, but like, it's not like Life is Strange or anything where they're gonna be like the course of events will change dramatically because of what I told her to do. He'd show up at a great time and be like, please, thank goodness, we should never have told you to stay out of this. Oh man. This is not gonna be good.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
Got eyelashes for days.
My lord, what have you done to me?
What have you done?
Though we Garleans are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage.
Fortunately, yes, because Magitech technology has only brought good. Right.
It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics.
Of course you did.
Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan through and through.
He does not care.
What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alighieri was recently occupied by the Resistance.
and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
No, no, no. No, no, no.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counter-attack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Ooh. Well, at least we're gonna know if he gets us the information. Which I certainly hope he does. So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. Here's the thing, I still really want to do ninja at some point. My rogue is like 28, but I still think that would be fun. I have a problem hoarding gear for classes that I may never even play. They're just too cool sometimes, you know? We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Arnvald's squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas. So we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Cool. The fun class gets a lot of flashy moves. I've seen it a little bit. I thought Rogue was really fun, but luckily I took a break from trying to distract myself with literally everything else the game has to offer and went back to the main story. Pretty much if it is unlocked, the point that I am at in the game, and it's not the story, I was distracted by it. Crafting, just glamour in general, using crafting to pay for the glamours that I kept wanting to buy. Crafting stuff to make them, it was just... There's so much stuff. And it's great for when you've got the story done. But I've learned that I need to catch up first, otherwise, while I'm having fun, I'm never going to be caught up for expansion days, which I really want to be. Glamour is the true end game, and it has to be true because everybody says it, so. You think the first few times you hear it, it's funny, and then you realize, like, you hear it so often that you're like, oh, they must be telling the truth. Oops. I swear I took that off my hotbar, so that didn't happen. Probably had one instance where it was helpful, and I just never moved it. I have glamour plate changes on my job change macros. That's nice. I just have a few glamour plates linked. I think the one cool HUD thing that I did is I have some of my jobs over here, but if you click on the crafting classes, all of the other crafting classes are on that hotbar, and they all like interchange and stuff. That was just the one. That was probably the thing I haven't spent a ton of time on my like hotbars and stuff, but that's probably the main thing that I spent some time on. So that sounds really nice. I change my mind a lot about my glamours and stuff, so having something completely set for them is a little more work than it's worth for me because I just end up changing it. I probably could have done that first. Oh, good. My chocobo's not out hanging out with me. She wants to be part of the fun, I'm sure. I'll have to bring her out for next time. Oop, no, single target now. I got a few classes with a few styles I'm swapping between two. Yeah, there's just too many options. It's too hard to be set on one. I haven't had a ton of... I haven't changed my outfit too much for Dancer. I switched to Dancer as soon as my Bard got to 60, but I had mained Bard up until then. And I changed that one pretty often. I can't pick one for Bard for some reason, but I like this one for Dancer. For now. For now being the key part of that, I guess. Ah, give me a moment. Say that again if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. I thought she was talking to me. I thought something happened to like her hearing or something. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Arnvald. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. What about you, Muconix? Any trouble? Not much, I'd say. It was pretty tame. And there I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well. Me too. Meanwhile, at Specula Imperatoris. Oh, I was kidding. I feel like... I don't know, we just had the Doma Castle dungeon. We just had a trial. I don't feel like this will be another dungeon. But it kind of feels like it. I don't know. If there is another dungeon, we probably will have to save it for Friday. Probably. I don't know. Depends. To be determined.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Right, that angle confused me. It made it seem like they were, like, duplicated and they were on the other side of the room.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Why is he surprised? Doesn't he see how he's acted? He has obviously no problem killing his own soldiers.
I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Classic evil guy move, huh? Yeah, literally. People spend their whole lives fighting for him. He just doesn't care about their lives. Begging.
Firing sequence.
Very common, yeah.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
It's time to be good.
For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
I believe this is what we expected them not to do, right? Oh man, girl, I've been there, don't worry. The early Aether headaches. Boat looking thing back there looks cool as hell. Definitely have to appreciate the craftsmanship on a moving building like that. Wow.
What in the seven hells?
I honestly forgot what that boat thing is. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool.
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat. Now! Relay the orders!
Understood.
Maybe not a dungeon since we're running away.
All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
I don't think we would have had time for a dungeon tonight anyways, especially with the trial. Simba, you gotta sit. Or sit here. Why is there water on your head? On your side, Simba. Over there, not on the keyboard. You're such a demon. Yeah, his name is Simba. He's terrible. He was causing so many issues at the beginning of the stream. by the 12. Did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castor Mabania. But that was an Imperial installation, and their troops were still... I don't know why anybody's surprised. Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... I have to go right now. They need our help. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Just wait, there's no time to lose. Gotta quit moving the camera. I feel like calling my cat a demon might have been a bit of an over-exaggeration. He does cause a lot of issues. He's one of those cats where, like, how I decorate has to be dependent on him. Like, when I go to get something, like, I got a Majora's Mask poster a few weeks back, and I was going to put it above my bed, and I was like, no, hang on, because if I put it there, he's going to stand up on it and scratch the whole thing down, because he did that before. And he would just rip it, so I had to put it he's like that kind of cat, you know? It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother. Right now. The locks on the massive gate appear to have been disabled. You need only prise them open to pass through. I mean, I guess it's gonna take as long as it's gonna take us. It seems like it might, if it is a dungeon, we are gonna have to save it for Friday. I think we don't have time for it tonight. That's most cats, I think, yeah. He's just crazy. I don't know, I found him on the street, so maybe that's part of his problem. His tail was messed up. He'd probably been through something. I'm glad you're here, Buconics. I'm glad it isn't, in case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us, on Specula Imperators. I didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I need to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck, but that need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating and many remain unaccounted for. Alice, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. Okay. I had one cat that would walk by the coffee table, knocking everything off it with his tail as he passed. Yeah. Cats definitely love to knock things down with their tails. My cat's really obsessed with straws, so you can't really have one in one of your cups without him wanting to knock it down and play with the straw. I've had a lot of, like, people, like, quite a while ago, obviously, like a few years ago, I'd have people come over with, like, a straw in their cup, and I'd be like, you gotta watch that, because Simba's gonna knock it down, and they'd be like, haha, okay. They wouldn't think it was very serious, and then their whole drink was on the floor. So, he has to be watched, for sure. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. Great. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's great hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? They really just didn't care, honestly. Again, I don't know why everybody's surprised. I mean, it's not something you'd expect, but I wouldn't be surprised. Because he obviously does not have an ounce of remorse in him. Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There. Alagiri's not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. The Temple Knight armor is bringing me back to Heaven's Word. That was so good. Everything hurts. I think I was stuck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Muconix, Ward of House for Tom. Yeah. Fought together on the steps of faith. You saved my life back then, and now I can walk. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad, can you hear me? Nago, put him down over there. I loved everything about that story. Yeah, it was wonderful. There's Alpha now. He's fine. He's fine. Everything to do with the dragons was like really emotional to me. It was really good. And I really miss reporting all of my quests back to Sir Emmerich. I miss him so much.
Conrad, speak to me.
I wish he could just go to all the expansions and just we could solo turn in a bunch of quests to him. Okay. Damn.
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake.
No.
The survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
Love that sense of feeling alone at the start of Heaven's Word. Yeah, I think the snow really works with that too. Because snow just kind of, it's just quiet and it just kind of makes you feel alone. So I think that really set the stage for the expansion really well. It was really cool.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Well. Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castlevania, this game has spared us no emotion today or Monday. Makes me kind of nervous for Friday.
Next round, double the charge.
Forgot we saw him a while ago. Oh my god.
We are needed.
Speaking of Heavensward nostalgia, hello.
That's the cerulean pipeline.
Wow, yeah, there's our home point. Man, I missed him.
Impossible! How can one man shoot the bastard? Shoot him!
Nice try.
My lance is slain.
Oh, I didn't mean to skip a star long. Sorry, I was trying to turn it up.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon!
Yeah. I love him. I missed him. They showed he was up to something. I don't remember how many streams ago it was, but I was so excited. Oh, excited. And I just, it honestly it had been long ago enough that I kind of forgot about it. Man, I wish they were close enough to have seen that. That would have been so cool. You played Dragoon? He's in a lot of the class quests. I did not know that. I have not played Dragoon. Maybe now I will though, after I am caught up in the story, if I have some time before Endwalker. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Targaryen? Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God is my witness, there will be a reckoning. I'll pick up this quest, but we're definitely running out of time for today. Forgive me, now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Alighieri. Oh my god, I'm like standing on his head. That is so fucking disrespectful. Sorry. Sorry. They're all just crying. No dialogue from them, I guess. We'll look after him. You should go. Okay. Ooh, we're gonna pick that up while we see it. For sure, Z. I say, I know for sure this is just like something people say, but I always say it in this like specific tone, I guess, that is referring to this like awful movie that I used to love when I was in like middle school. And it's really funny still to watch now. It's called Click. I would say for sure these, and it's such a terrible movie, but it's really entertaining. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he's alright. And he was like, how many feet away? Nobody told her. Oh, thank the 12. I didn't know what I would have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry. Not here, not now. We should return to Alagiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. More wounded, huh? That's terrible of me to say. I brought them here to fight. Oh, we are not supposed to be up here. I guess however long it takes to finish this quest. Or maybe the one after it, I don't know. But it'll be our stopping point, probably. I'm really new to streaming, so I've been streaming for about 3-ish hours. 3.5, depending on what... depending on what we're... Oh, okay. Depending on where we're at and like what we're into and stuff and how long it takes. But I'm just starting to get used to my schedule and streaming regularly. And my schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I usually go till about 10:30 Eastern. Which is what it is now for me. But we're just gonna keep going for a little bit. But I do have to eat dinner. Definitely, I'm starving. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hell's with this. I should be back home in Isilbard. Instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Sorry. I don't think anybody picked him up and brought him here. That's mean again. I'm the reason they're here. They're out here, I guess. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, okay. I find it really cool that there's almost always someone that you run into that's doing all the same quests as you at the same time. But it's a different person every time you play, because I guess, you know, people play in shorter or longer bits. But I think it's always fun that you run into one that you see a few times. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose as long as I was having trouble getting it back on. Should be fine the rest of the way. Oh, good. Take the antelope. I feel like that first one we found was the one that would be technically considered hiding. I feel like there's always someone in these quests that seems to be like really unnecessarily out of the way, so they're hard to find. I feel like maybe we got that one already. But as I'm saying that, I don't see the one we're supposed to be coming for. There we go. We're always like right on the edge of the radius of where you're supposed to be looking. Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Buconix? I didn't recognize you at first. I'm feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. Doesn't sound super sure, but who might have questioned her, so. We will antelope right back. Damn it. Oh. When did he get there? My bad. And we were in the wrong place. I think probably after we turn to this quest, will probably be our stopping point. I really need to eat dinner. Very poor time management here. I think as I get used to streaming more though, I started at like the very end of April, so I've been streaming for about a month, give or take. I'm gonna have longer hours at some point and add in some weekend streams, probably add a day or so. I'm just trying to get used to my schedule before I add in extra days and stuff. Euconics. We have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when. Rites needs to be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. What a perfect time to end! We just hit level 70! Yay! Yeah, go take care of yourself. The game can wait. Food can't. Yeah, that's very true. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so we hit 70. I think that's a great time to stop. We will continue right with this quest. Oh, and I have a dancer quest to do now, so I will do that off stream because they're not very exciting. And yeah, we will get back to the main story Friday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. So exciting. I can't believe I have a character at 70, or I can't believe I have a class at 70 now. I'm going to put my social media in all of the chat. I always post if there is, specifically on Instagram, I always post if there is a time change, which isn't very often. It's like very specific circumstances, or if I'm sick and I need to cancel a stream or something. I always post all that stuff there, and it's all combined into one little link. But I'm super excited. We're 70 now. We did have, you know, 2 character deaths back to back, but that's okay. We'll continue on, and it's only preparing us for all the emotions that Shadowbringers is going to bring. So I'm really excited, and we will get back to this Friday. And I appreciate everyone for following so much. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for helping me out in the trial, by the way. And yeah, I will be back here Friday, and I'm super excited. And I hope everyone has a really nice night. Bye! Have a good night, you too. Bye-bye.